Many thanks to the entire DayZ team for making this video possible. I was secretly one of the 11 DayZ community members that were given one of these top secret DayZ USBs that not only showcases what DayZ Frostline is, but gives us an immense amount of information that is going to blow your freaking mind. So in this video I'm going to go over what the DayZ Frostline expansion includes, answer a whole bunch of questions, and speculate on the teasers hidden inside the files that we were given. As you may be aware, DayZ Frostline was trademarked recently and was speculated to be either an engine add-on, a special game mode, map, or expansion, with those having expansion on their bingo cards winning. However, the DayZ Frostline expansion is primarily a map, but it does come with a whole bunch of new survival mechanics, includes items, diseases, new wildlife, unique structures, and snowfall, as seen in the classified images we were given. The map itself is going to be called Sakhal and is going to be an untouched archipelago, which is basically a grouping of islands that may be connected by ice. This map is based on no real-life location in particular, but is strongly inspired by Kamchatka Peninsula in the far east of Russia, so this is just north of Japan. This environment is incredibly diverse, with its lush forests, rolling grasslands and rugged coastlines coming with many lakes and rivers, but this area also has bleak tundras, vast mountain ranges of over 5,000 feet tall, and even volcanic activity, which may be hazards on the map. Like the environment, this region of the world is very diverse when it comes to climate, but this map in particular will be set in late winter, which during the daytime can get negative numbers and during the night can get minus 30 degrees or minus 22 Fahrenheit, so this is going to be a really cold map. For this reason, Sakhal is likely going to give players a brutal survival experience that will probably reflect how Namalsk is played, so if you enjoy Namalsk, you're probably going to enjoy this map. Comparing it to Namalsk, Sakhal is 83 square kilometers or 9 kilometers by 9 kilometers to give you a reference, so a decent bit bigger than Namalsk's land mass. Namalsk's map is 144 kilometers squared, but the land mass of Namalsk is around 50 kilometers squared and will likely borrow many survival mechanics from Namalsk 2, such as frozen food, while also sharing its landmarks that are teeming with secrets, which I'll speculate over later. For now, the terrain will likely give Arma veterans Tanoa flashbacks because Sakhal started life as Tanoa literally, hence the 35 and hence the volcano that looks similar here, which was shaped into a frozen landscape that you can see in these images. This terrain will be littered with points of interest, frozen lakes, a giant volcano obviously, and villages that resemble villages on previous maps, given that many of the structures are used here too. The landscapes will vary from lifeless badlands to semi-snow settled rolling hills to full-blown snowy mountain peaks, with vegetation and terrain textures changing based on where you are, but I highly doubt areas of the map will change or their textures will change based on how much it snows. I don't believe that technology exists in DayZ. As for the lore behind this map, Sakhal was rumoured to be a safe haven for survivors, and it turned out to be just as dangerous as other locations such as Treacherous and Livonia, with a touch of biting cold. So in the lore of DayZ, people came to this location expecting a good time and they got a very bad time. The DayZ Frostline expansion will be released with update 1.26, so the next update for DayZ will be releasing Frostline expansion, which should be in the fall or autumn of this year, but they said it will be in Q4, so that'll be the last 3 months of 2024. So in the next 5 to 7 months we're going to get it. This expansion will be available on all platforms, so consoles too, and will thankfully cost less than $250, so around $30 on release, which is as expected considering it's not a quadruple A. The expansion won't be early access and you cannot pre-order this game, but you can wishlist it on Steam with the link below. I'm not affiliated or sponsored, they just gave me the files early so I could get all this information out to you on the day that they're going to announce it. Treacherous and Livonia will stay the same and will both come with the base game of DayZ, if you didn't know, with the base game being a requirement to play Frostline DLC, as Frostline is first and foremost an expansion DLC of DayZ, which will be included in DayZ bundles in the future, so you can buy DayZ and Frostline together in a bundle, much like how you used to be able to purchase Livonia and DayZ together. For those of you that own Livonia, you will get the DayZ soundtrack on Steam due to Livonia merging with the base game to compensate you for buying Livonia, and the base game will become more expensive due to it including Livonia now. Throughout this video I've been showing you teaser images, but what I haven't showed you so far is a teaser video. This is one slice of a video given to 11 individuals within the DayZ community that are under NDA. That NDA has now been lifted. We can now share each of the slices that we have. The community has to take my slice of video and combine it with the other 10 to get the full video, but what we can see from my slice is that there's snowfall, and that snowfall doesn't appear to be settling on the ground dynamically, but it does look like it's speeding up and slowing down with the wind, so perhaps we will get blizzards with Frostline. I'll link the full video below once 11 slices have been collected and somebody's made a video, or maybe I'll make a video, I'm not sure, as there may be a teaser when the video is complete. For now, the 13 teaser images we got include a lot of additional information that I haven't told you yet. Other than the wolves and the new type of deer in these teasers, this region of the world is known for bears, so Sakhal could have a lot of bears on it, and maybe even Siberian tigers. What it certainly will have though are hares. So in the base game of DayZ we don't have hares running around. We do in Frostline or Sakhal, and ice that you can walk on too. This ice looks absolutely solid and it's not snow covered either, which means we might be able to cut a hole in the ice and create a fishing spot, given that it says here that they've enhanced the fishing mechanic. It also looks like we're going to be getting an ice axe, a winter hat, goggles, gloves, and a wolf hat, possibly crafted from new materials gathered from these wolves. In nearly all of the teasers you can see that it's very foggy, which implies it's going to be cold, and likely cold most of the time. The clouds are similar to that of treacherous too, so I'm guessing this map's going to have the same clouds as treacherous, but the moon in this image is reflecting, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I've not seen this on treacherous or Livonia. The moon is reflecting light from the sun during the daytime, which means we might have improved skybox tech. Or this could be a different skybox entirely. Just the clouds for treacherous are the same on this map, because the moon here is absolutely huge. Right next to this moon is a globe-shaped structure, which could indicate that there's a radar building and that Command & Conquer and DayZ are having a collaboration. Affirmative. Or it could just be an observatory facing the other way. Either way, we can be expected to explore structures and landmarks that are teeming with secrets. While Frostline is incredibly exciting for DayZ, I'm sure you guys are hyped. I'm hyped. It does raise some concerns that I believe shouldn't be ignored. In the files that the devs gave us, 2 questions that they answered stood out to me the most. The first is a question of when DayZ 2 is releasing, and they answered basically they're not even thinking about DayZ 2. They want to focus on the base game, improving the experience for players in the base game and expansions, I'm guessing. The second question though is, can we expect changes to the base game of 1.26? Basically, will treacherous and Livonia change? And they've answered with there will be minimal changes in 1.26 for treacherous and Livonia. Now my theory is that the free content we receive from patch to patch, which don't get me wrong, I'm extremely grateful for, may get reduced, not only because I believe Frostline is the first of many expansions over the years, not months, so resources are obviously going to be put into these expansions, but also because including less free content for us makes these expansions more attractive. Anyways, enough serious talk. I've got a channel to delete because I was wrong about the Vigor crossover and the Frostline being an engine, not an engine. RIP. To see more on the topic of Frostline, here's a list of 11 individuals that got the confidential files and their Twitter handles as well, so you can find them easily, with each one of these having a strip of video that the community can put together to get a video. I don't know what it's going to be, I have no idea, nobody does. Only when we put it together can we find out what it actually is. Are you going to wishlist it, or are you not going to wishlist it? Let me know below. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.